Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley. We're here on your hometown station, KHTS AM 1220, with the Neighborhood Watch, where we talk about the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station and crime in our community and what's being done about it every first and third Thursday of the month. And we're on the line with Sergeant Darren Harris, who has been instrumental in some of the technology that the social media effort that the station has been doing. Sergeant, thanks for taking some time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
And I wanted to ask you about, you were talking about how the outreach in the community, and I'm sure that community buy-in and that desire to want to interact helps a great deal in that push.
Oh, absolutely. That's the key to it. And the important thing is, as I mentioned, is that we provide the platforms to the public to be able to reach out right to their deputy sheriffs. They have information. They want to get involved. Many times they want to do the right thing, which is what's so unique and great about this community. And they just don't know how to do it. Or they may call our desk, and our desk is handling, the crimes in progress, and they're handling some critical issues on a 24-hour basis, and maybe they feel like they're not getting that one-on-one attention to their specific crime or nuisance problem. Right. The goal behind the crime prevention unit was to remove those barriers and to give them someone else they can reach right out to and share that information with, somebody that's very familiar with their area. When you talk about Neighborhood Watch, kind of take the Neighborhood Watch to a cyber level, if you will, to where we can reach more of our 270,000 residents in the entire Santa Clarita Valley and listen to what they're saying about their neighborhoods, because I've seen it time and time again with our crime tip systems that have been put in place now and tracking and monitoring of all these tips that come in, and I've seen the fruits of those tips, and it's certainly helping keep Santa Clarita safe. I want to see those programs continue and flourish long after I'm gone.
Well, and I wanted to ask you about that because obviously the interaction with the community is great, and that can help prevent crimes. But actually, the criminals are using this network, so I know that the crime solvers are also using these networks. Can you talk about any kind of stories where the technology has been able to help the station solve some crimes, or some investigations you've seen where you directly see the effects of social media in action?
Well, there have been many. There have been many that have come through crime tips in Santa Clarita about just something that a neighbor might have seen going on that they thought looked odd or suspicious, that we've responded to and looked at, and ultimately ends up in arrests or seizures, or potentially helping people that are in need of help. We've seen on the internet and social media and our tracking and monitoring, or I should say just monitoring of these media outlets and things that we're looking at, it's helped us in some cases. I think we're at the tip of the iceberg. The platforms have been established here in Santa Clarita. I think there's a lot more technology to come. I think that it will help us tremendously in the days, months, and years ahead in Santa Clarita. I think it's an important part of what we're doing, and I certainly want to see that continue. But there's been many success stories where the public has provided information. Two of which, right off the top of my head,
Sure.
are two substantial bank robberies here in Santa Clarita. Each one of which the public was so incredibly instrumental in helping us apprehend the suspects behind those two bank robberies. I can't even tell you, in reviewing all the audio and the calls that came in and the information that people were providing, and at times, although we don't want them to, putting themselves sort of in harm's way, taking cell phone pictures, sending that information, getting it over to us, and quite frankly, right in the middle of helping us catch some robbery suspects from crimes in progress. That information being provided led to the apprehension both of the suspects in two substantial cases, one of which I remember was the case where the pursuit went down to the Los Angeles area where they were throwing money out of the window. And
oh, yeah, the flying cash pursuit. Sure,
yeah,
we're still seeing those guys being brought to justice right now.
We sure are, and that was public involvement. I mean, the information, the eyes and ears, the information they were relaying to us, and our dispatchers did an incredible job of deciphering these dozens of calls that are coming in and trying to get that information to the deputies in the field. All in all, team effort that led to the successful conclusion of that apprehension of those bank robbers. And obviously, the second one was a Lancaster pursuit that went to the Lancaster station area. So.
Oh, okay. And so in that case, again, it's not encouraged for people to put themselves in harm's way. Obviously, nobody from the sheriff's station is going to say that, but that you are getting pictures and of suspects and that type of stuff from crimes that are happening in real time.
We are. We ask people to be good witnesses, not to put themselves in harm's way, but just to let us know what they're seeing. In the Lancaster, the case that ended in Lancaster, the Bank of America bank robbery in Saugus area. There was one resident that was at a good distance and took a cell phone picture of the suspect's vehicle and provided valuable information to us, and we were able to relay that information to the deputies in the field, and ultimately one of the deputies spotted the car based on what one of our great citizens did. So,
wow.
It's that willingness to get involved that's going to keep Santa Clarita as one of the safest cities in the nation. We have to maintain that small town, hometown value in our community. We need to stay involved, and the platforms like the Crime Prevention Unit are just what needs to be in place for people to have somebody reach out directly to and ensure that information is not going unnoticed and not falling through the cracks.
Awesome. Well, Sergeant Harris, congratulations on your promotion, and thank you for taking some time with us today. We have to take a break, and I'll let you get back to it because I know you're busy.
Very good. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome, sir. And, this is your hometown station, KHTS AM 1220, and we'll be back after this commercial break.